Alright guys, welcome back. It's all about curry, but I have Chef Jason Peru in the house because he's the curry master here in Trinidad and Tobago. And he just launched a brand new cookbook called The Impregnation of Flavour. So before Jason launched his cookbook, Impregnation, I didn't know what that was. I would think of one thing, but Jason impregnating flavor. Yes?
Yes.
That's what you do.
That is what it is.
That is what it is. I had to, when I heard the name, I said, oh boy.
It's a scientific approach, It's the birth of flavor.
The birth of flavor.
So people say things are flavorful and oh, it's so nice, it tastes good. But if flavor were to be studied from a scientific level,
right? How
did flavor get its flavor? It's the creation of flavor, the impregnation of flavor, the birth. That's what it is.
The one and only Jason Peru, guys. The one and only Jason Peru. Fantastic recipes. Jason, the cookbook is something that you always wanted to do.
Yes, by all means. It's something that I worked assiduously on for the course of my career. I'm glad that I was able to bring it to fruition.
Yeah.
All locally produced, printed, edited, written, and shot photography. So everything is here. It's over 300 recipes, so you could imagine how long it took to shoot 300 recipes and have them get, done like that.
And local inspired recipes.
Local inspired because I've traveled the world a lot. Yeah. I got inspired with a lot of ingredients and mostly methods.
Yeah.
So I've taken those methods and I've adapted them to our local product, our ingredients here. So to bring some Peruvian flair to internationally inspired dishes. But also I have a section in the book that is dedicated to Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
It's completely red and it's named, you can find a trainee in the middle of everything and it's in the middle of the book.
And you can already find a trainee in the middle of
Most
everything.
definitely.
We'll tell you where to get the book at the end of the segment, but we want to get Jason cracking because he's celebrating curry. This is the curry show as we celebrate our melting pot here. And Jason is doing Curried Cascadoux. I think I've had that once in my life, Jason.
Really?
I think so.
Well,
I was much younger.
That's what we're here. Well, you're much older now.
And I'm much older now. So, because I don't think I've had it.
It's funny thing to mention is that Cascadoux actually date back to even the dinosaur ages.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much up your alley. Nevertheless,
but it's a riverside.
It's a riverside fish.
Yeah.
Correct. It's known as busca in Venezuela, hasa in Guyana.
Right.
And here we call it Cascadoux.
Right.
And it has this thick shell on the outer part of it. And I season it traditionally black pepper and salt and all those great local aromatics that we're accustomed to. But the beauty about Cascadoux is that you have to stuff it. Stuff it. So I'll get to that in a second. Right. So I have some oil in my pan and heating it up, of course. Celebrating curry, of course, curry is a collection of spices, creation of spices. We're going in with some coriander seeds inside here. And all these spices actually make a difference when making a quintessential curry. But here in Trinidad and Tobago, we love our curry bounded with spice and flavor. So we use Cuban seeds, also known as jeera, correct? And methi, also known as fenugreek.
Right.
So if people say, Chef Jason, I can't find methi, usually it's labeled fenugreek in the supermarket. Now these spices, I've chosen to use them because they're really gonna add an additional depth of flavor inside there. So we allow them to toast and pluck, and get really nice and toasted inside there. This is a study of flavor, and spice and curry goes hand in hand. So that's why I chose.
You're impregnating flavor.
I am impregnating this.
Just make sure the flavor alone you impregnate.
It's the DNA of curry inside there. We're going with some onions inside there. Julienne onions sliced really nicely. Garlic and aromatics. Again, the DNA of Trinidad and Tobago and our aromatics. This is what you start a good curry or stew it when you really think about it.
Right.
So you're gonna start to mix that up nicely. Immediately it gets smelling, you get that going on and people saying, oh boy Joe, what do you have across there boy? What are you cooking?
You're cooking, boy?
Onion and garlic?
Onion and garlic is an amazing scent,
Amazing.
Yeah.
And we start, and Jamaica, Barbados, they use the similar aromatics across there when they travel.
Yeah.
So
we do so many similar things, but sometimes we just call it by different names in the Caribbean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we are going in with some curry powder inside there. This is amchur masala. Now, amchur masala is very important. Amchur is actually the mango powder. So it's dried mango that is grated, dehydrated into a powder, so you get those strong, sort of like tarty flavors.
Yeah.
So when you hear amchur masala, that it has mango powder inside there. We have also cumin powder, jeera powder. We did use it in the seed earlier on, but this is in the grounded form right now. So immediately it's starting to get happy.
Yeah.
It's smelling good, right?
You should smell what we are smelling in here, guys. It's amazing.
So immediately you're getting that nice curry profile and smell. The whole studio is smelling good. So the onions have really caramelized nicely inside there, and that adds a significant amount of flavor. Just like making any curry, you need to add some water to make it into a paste form. So here we go. And that's dissolving the curry to allow it to cook evenly so it doesn't become granular. Have you ever had a curry that actually you eat in sand?
It's the worst experience.
It's
ever.
not good at all.
Especially if you pay for the curry.
Joe, you're wicked, you know.
Yeah, especially if you pay for the curry.
Tell us why you have that curry.
If I do it and I forget to say that's a different thing. When I pay for the curry and it's granular, that's not a good thing.
So we're gonna allow that to come down to half its quantity. Now, the fish again, as I mentioned, is stuffed. So let's talk about the stuffing. What I have here is actually grated green mango. This is, when mango ain't ripe, you just pick a green one.
Yeah, so
make chow, like what you make chow with.
But this is even a little before the chow.
Yeah,
this is a little before the chow. So this is not chow mango. This is real green mango.
Green mango, and that aspect of it being very tart is very important because I have shredded coconut or grated coconut inside here. So I mix it. You're getting tart and sweet. Nice. You season it up with some black pepper and salt and some shadow and benny inside there. And then what we take is we open up the belly of that, fish, and we put it inside. Oh. So think of this. When you're cooking this and we're going to curry this, as it cooks, that curry is going to seep inside into the belly, and I don't want to say it, but
you will impregnate it. You're impregnating the cascadoux with green mango.
Going in the belly. Going in the belly.
But the importance of stuffing it, Jason, you will just emphasize that a bit.
Now, when you're stuffing it, you can stuff it with mango and coconut, as I'm doing here. People put tamarind, people put pigeon peas inside here. Anything that you're fond about. I know people sometimes put provision, potatoes inside of it. It's just something for allow the sauce to cling to and, love up. All right? So as you have here, everything is looking beautiful. So what I'm going to do now at this point is take my fish. And you can just put them in, but we're being gentle. Look at that, beautiful people. That is my cascadoux. Yeah. It's a big boy, eh? And I caught these myself. I went to the pond in Carapo and I got them.
How big they get?
They could get really large. They could get about 3 times the size.
3 times the size.
So all our friends in Guyana who are watching this, it's known as hassa also. You all would know that. We call it cascadoux here. Right. So I'm going to put them in inside here.
But do you cook the big ones?
Yeah, you do cook the big ones.
Every time I've seen it,
they always get the small ones.
Yeah, I've always seen them small. I've never seen like a big one cooked. I suppose by the riverside, a river lime in Trinidad and Tobago is a popular thing.
To be honest with you, the small ones are much easier to cook, I would say.
Yeah.
But I mean, I throw a net and I get the big ones, so I get blessed. Now, what you want to do, Joe, is just allow it to mix up like that. Allow that curry to just coat it.
Nice.
And what we're going to do is we're going to cover this down and allow it to spring its natural water. We're going to leave this for about 4 minutes. And then we're going to come back and add the water for it to cook down. Right. The essence in the atmosphere is what cooking is about. Wow. So at this point, we need to add some moisture for it to cook. So this is what I do. I put in my water. And Joe, you know about deglazing?
Yeah.
All those.
If you could use stock as well there.
You can use stock. If you have a beautiful fish stock, you can use it inside it. Right. And of course, you want to rub the bottom of the pan to any sort of dried caramelized bits. That is the DNA of the pot.
That is what causes the impregnation.
I love this guy. I love Joe. He understands my philosophy. If I have to start a cult, Joe will be the first one inside here. A few pieces of mango you can put inside here. It actually adds a little bit of flavor. And obviously, it is stuffed with it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, why not, right? It's just like curry mango.
It's like curry mango?
It's like Amchar mango. So you put it inside here.
The curry mango, when we do curry mango, is it that green mango? Or
it's a little riper. A little riper. Just want to make sure. And it takes tons of sugar inside here, which sometimes I ease off because if you see the amount of brown sugar that goes into curry mango, it's a lot because it's tart. It's tart mango, so you got to make it sweet.
Yeah.
You know what this is, right?
That's the curry leaves.
The curry leaves, known as carapuli leaves locally here in our parlance. Yeah. So we want to put some of them inside there also. Nice. And it gives it that intrinsic flavor that is curry, if you get where I'm coming from, or traditional curry. So Joe, at this point, we'll just allow them, give it a little swish. We're going to cover this down. And what do you think, 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes?
Because, I mean, it wouldn't take long.
It doesn't take long, pretty much. This has a lot of bone in this fish. It's just minimum in terms of its flesh.
Just before you cover it, you could have used that same method with chicken.
Correct.
Type of protein.
Of course.
Yeah, it might take a little longer to bubble.
It will just take a little bubble.
But any protein
Any protein
Any
works in the
protein
same thing. So if you're
could-
not
could-
fond
could-
of this, you could even use, chicken as mentioned,
Duck,
whatnot.
goat.
Once you have the flavors of a good
Yeah,
curry
yeah,
going on, you should be
yeah.
okay. So cover it down. Let's just wait.
Nice. 10, 15 minutes?
10, 15 minutes. So, pretty much it's a self-explanatory in terms of once it cooks down, the sauce thickens up nicely and it adheres to the cascadou. So you get all those, and sometimes some of the fragments of the stuffing does come out, but it adds character. It studs it all over. So, you can tell that there's a lot of excitement and flavor residing inside there. So what I do is just take a little bit of Chardon Benny and I would sprinkle it on top like that.
Just at the last minute.
Just to make it festive, because herbs are best used at the end.
At the end.
This is why the guy has the show. He knows his stuff. He knows his stuff.
I learned from guys like Chef Jason. I learned from Chef
So, of course, you want to make it complete. I did some provision, boil and fry. We have some sweet potato, dashi, and plantain inside there.
That's sweet potato?
That is our local sweet potato. That is actually...
Red sweet potato?
Yeah, it's purple red inside there. It's amazing. When I saw it, I actually reaped it also, yes. Where I got the fish.
Right.
And I did a little avocado salad too, just to tone down and give a little bit of refreshing flavor inside there.
A healthy curry, way.
A healthy curry. Listen, we have to watch the belly these days,
A healthy curry.
We have to watch the bellies these days. So you want to just take out your cascadous, put them on like that. Now, I must admit, Joe is not the prettiest fish to look at. But it does make up in terms of the flavor. It is amazing. Cascadou is something that is traditional to Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
And I implore everyone to give it a go. And that's why you watch these shows and you learn from Joe. Because Joe is going to try today. I'm just going to put a little more on top of it like that.
As I always like to say, try it before you knock it.
Yes.
You might see it, but try it before you...
And that's our beautiful
Curry cascadou.
cascadou. Let me take out first.
Curry cascadou. So we're going to eat this. So Jace, do I need knife and fork? A knife and fork to just like get the head off.
You're making all the Guyanese laugh at you.
The Guyanese laugh.
You're making all the Indian what's wrong with you?
Don't need knife and fork for this.
You're diving in. It's a tactile approach.
A what approach?
Tactile. It means to touch. It's influenced by sensuality. You get into there and you open it out like this. You take the head off like that. You break it open like that. You suck the head first.
You gotta suck it out.
Suck it out a little bit. Break it open. Get a little bit of the juice going on like this. And you break it open now. Interesting flavors.
Ooh. But it's nice.
It's hotter.
It's hot.
And as you flake out the, give me your fork.
You want my fork now, eh?
Since you want to be-
You want my fork now?
It's hot.
It's hot.
Since when you flake out the ribs like that,
Right.
you can actually see the meat.
And you get the meat there.
You can see the meat residing inside there. So you're seeing it. I'm just want to show everybody, because this is obviously an education. And you flake out the meat like that. If you want to be prim and proper, and you take it out
So
and you
behind this rib cage almost
is where all the meat
is where all that
resides.
meat is. You seeing it there, man? Just nice.
Amazing. You get a little coconut inside there and stuff, right?
No, that's fantastic. The coconut, that little coconut and mango. I didn't know you said a lot of character.
A great bit of flavor. Now, ladies and gents, this is immensely hot. We are brave. Don't try this at home. Let it cool for about 10 minutes and let the surwa suck back in. You know what surwa?
No.
Surwa is the thick sauce.
The thick sauce.
This inside here is called surwa.
It's called surwa.
The thick surwa. S-U-R-W-A-H. It's an Indian word for the curry sauce. The curry sauce when it solidifies and comes together.
So I mean, I tell you, our melting pot here in Trinidad is so wide, so diverse. It's just amazing. Curry cascadou. I go in and try this again. I haven't had this. I think the last time I had this, I was so young. I can't remember.
It's like eating crab or lobster. It's something that you sit down and you savor, and you get dirty in it. And that's the beauty about food, especially with curry. We always eat with our hands. And try and play. We use the roti and the chana and aloo. It's no different, and I know throughout the islands, you all learn from us, and we learn from you guys. Try the cascadou.
Guys, embrace the curry. That is sweet TNT. Curry cascadou, as Jason said, Chef Jason said, you can do any protein in this. He chose cascadou because he wanted me to get
And of course,
down and dirty.
you can try a host of other recipes inside of my cookbook, The Impregnation of Flavour.
Tell me where you get any cookbook, Jason, where can fans get
We ship internationally. So you go onto my website, www.chefjasonperu.com, And you fill out the form, and then we send it out to you within 2 days.
Nice.
Anywhere in the world, and we've shipped everywhere thus far.
Nice.
So pretty much you can't go wrong, and you can pick it up locally at Candice Mohan Salon. Her number is 701-8980.
Cheers.
But
That Cascadoux man, boy. You tell him, man.
they call it a Cascadoux connoisseur.
Look at it, a Cascadoux connoisseur, a Cascadoux chef. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me on the show, and
guys,
thanks everyone.
Try the recipe, curry Cascadoux. We embrace it, curry. When we come back, guess what? It's a curry cocktail. Yeah, we done it.